This is NBA Onetake. Me, Pretty Boy Laker, exclusively calling in, video in. It's just being here in New York City. Greatest city in the world, baby. New York. There's nothing like it. Follow me at YouTube, Twitter, IG, and Snapchat. Big news. Big news. Now, I did speak about this in several other videos. If you look it up, find a lot of the stuff I said regarding my boy Buckets seems to come more true, and how he feels about Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, I don't want to go through too much of the timeline because I already did that in other videos, but just a quick recap. Butler was on the Bulls. He didn't really want to be there. The direction of the team was more of a rebuilding, which he wasn't a part of because he's 27. He was 27 years old. And he felt that, okay, you try to bring in veteran guys, but you didn't really bring in veteran guys to help propel us to a situation where we're contending for a title. So, he wanted out in Chicago. They made a trade for Butler, and the Bulls got Minnesota's pick. And they flipped it for Laurie Marketing, which is Laurie Marketing, and Butler's moving to Minnesota. Now, Butler gets to Minnesota. Tom Thibodeau is there. He wants to bring in the winning culture that he knows. He wants to bring in his guy. This is Buckets. Jimmy Butler thrived under Tom Thibodeau. Because Butler, he worked his way up old school, which you rarely see. That's why Butler is he's more of a throwback player of how things work. Started out, he didn't get much minutes playing behind Dame. This is under Thibodeau. Worked his way, worked hard. When Dame was out the way and he started to turn, Butler flipped in. And he was primarily more of a defensive player. When they had Derrick Rose was ascending as the man. But Rose injuries hampered them to reach their full potential as a team. So in doing so, Jimmy Butler responsibilities has changed, and that's working out in your game and everything. And he became the leading scorer going to the playoffs, and it was clearly that even though D Rose was there, Butler was the man. And I'm not saying close to a championship, but I'm telling you this. The Bulls back in 2015, they were a LeBron James buzzer beating three from the corner of going to the championship against Golden State. Now, this is Golden State's first run. We don't know how that would have ended. But I'm gonna tell you this, I'm not saying anything. At that point, Golden State, that first run to championship, even though Golden State won the most games that season, they won the 65 games. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. In the playoffs, they had it rough. They had it rough. And they was winning a lot of games just on the skin of their teeth. You got the Spurs, Clippers, even the Cavs, even though they lost to the Cavs, even though the Cavs lost to them in the finals. But Kyrie and Love played. We don't know how that series would have went. Most likely the Cavs would have won. The Bulls was another team. And Memphis. There's just so many teams that could have just took them out that year. And just going back to Butler and them, after that, team missed the playoffs. Thibodeau was let go after controversies with Bulls management. And he's in Minnesota with coaching title as well as the president. He couldn't take the teams losing because they was already losing, and they're thinking that he was gonna, so he wanted to bring in his guys, the guys he played in Chicago, his ride up guys. And he brought them in. Taj Gibson, Jimmy Butler, Derrick Rose, Luol Deng. But now Jimmy Butler's in a situation where he's not seeing where this is going. Because last season before Butler went down, they're a 3 seed. They was potentially a top 4 seed in the Western Conference, just on the way they were going. Now, I'm like, yeah, because if Butler didn't go down, I think all that they was working for when they spiraled. I mean, they legitimately spiraled into the 8th seed, where Buckets had to come in, even though he wasn't himself, to give them a little something to hold off Denver to that damn last. Man, it took him to the last game of the season. They had to beat Denver to get to the playoffs. And mind you, Jimmy Butler wasn't really supposed to have been playing. He was almost, not saying forced, but Jesus, implored by Tom Thibodeau to come back and the coaching staff. He wasn't supposed to. Because Jimmy Butler eyed the playoffs. He didn't eye coming back in the regular season. But he had to. Because the guys they had there couldn't ward off the spiraling and everything that's going on, and just the lack of attention to details on defense. And it was just so much that they truly missed him. And he already had issues with Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns. Just more on effort. It was offensively and defensively. Now we had a situation, to go back a few days ago, when they said Jay Butler supposed to be reporting to Minnesota to meet with them, I was like, no. Jimmy Butler, he's relaxing or whatever like that. I says, Jimmy Butler's not going to report to Minnesota. If they want to meet, they got to come to him. And lo and behold, oh my God, he did it. He told Tom Thibodeau, listen, you got to come to me. California, I'm relaxing. I know training camp is coming up. Come to me. Yeah, I want to talk. And going for that meeting, Jimmy Butler went out. Want to be traded. And he had teams in mind he want to go to. You got some Clippers, you got some Knicks, you got some Nets. You got some few others. Only those say those is his top three. He said the Lakers too. These teams all on big markets. That's where he want to go. Mind you, he's going to be a free agent. He's 29 years old. A little different. Not 26, not 25. 29. Now, they know you want a max contract. But whoever trades for you, know they have to get it. Has to have that option. I don't think the Clippers will do it. Not where Jerry West is there now and the owner's there. They said, we're going to operate a little different. We're going to play it smart. Only a desperate team is going to make that kind of commitment or anything. Lakers said, nah, we're not interested in Butler. And we're not signing him to a max deal. The Knicks, on this situation, they don't want to do it that way because they want to try to believe in the program they're trying to do. The only way they'll be able to make a deal work if you're attaching Tim Hardaway Jr. and Joakim Noah to a deal with Minnesota. Minnesota is in no way trading for Tim Hardaway Jr. and Joakim Noah at those contracts at this moment. And the Knicks are saying no draft picks will even be attached, nothing. That's coming from Knicks camp. They can't get Kevin Knox, they can't, no, they're not. And I don't think even Thibodeau wants that at this point. Because Thibodeau wants equal value for Jimmy Butler. If he gets that. Sticky. And what I was hearing, that they're Thibodeau said he hears him, he understands, but he was a top 3 seed before you went out. We don't know what could have happened. We beat Golden State in a regular season last year with all their guys. I'm gonna take a chance. And they already talked to Karl Anthony Towns, but it's not about Jimmy Butler. Even though his name came up, They're talking about his contract extension and what he wants. He wants the team to be his. Jimmy Butler wants to win. Andrew Wiggins' brother tweeting hallelujah when he found out Jimmy Butler said
no. Not working.
And Wiggins liked it. And then Captain Jack went at his brother. And Andrew Wiggins went after Captain Jack. About being old heads hate. And Buckets is going at Andrew Wiggins' brother. Listen. This is a messy situation. This is very messy. And this has to be fixed by training camp. Because Thibodeau is not trading Jimmy Butler unless he gets someone like he feels like a Kawhi. He needs a top 10 player in return. There's no top 10 players on the market from any team being traded at this time. This is real dicey. This is a real dicey situation because Thibodeau could be out of a job. Because this owner, Glen Taylor, he wants a win now situation. This is getting old.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but he's not about to lose Karl Anthony Towns for because Jimmy Butler and there's a lot going on here. Like I said, I'm kind of stumped on this, which is I'm not. Because it's different. This is, I mean, that's not saying it's different, but this is a lot going on here, and hopefully there's some resolution, or at least let them get through the season. But this is NBA Onetake, with Pretty Boy Laker. Just comment, do whatever. All right, Onetake, I'm out.